urgent. Hey, Max? Busy?
Oh, good. Nadia, you're here.
You owe me a light box.
Hey, what the hell's happening?
Someone trusted you with the baby. Okay, well, Ruth's fine. She's just changing.
Ruth's fine?
Yeah, it's just a fender bender.
That was almost 2 weeks ago.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
New season, what we doing, boys?
Corral going to throw right away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They run the option on
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, close one. Damn, I got close one.
34 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Can we get a corner to break out?
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
My experience with Oway wasn't the best. Like, he was nice, but I could not get that nigga to make it to the breakout point.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd
down. Why do people training like current players? Unless you trade for a player who wear that number because you feel like it's more important.
A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Yeah, that's it. I think, yeah. This shit ugly.
But this one is incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target
this
to get
him on the board. Straight up.
A nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him.
The Packers changed Aaron Jones' number to 4. That's why.
Going up top.
That's what I was talking about.
An opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And Corral will throw it. He'll get that one complete to Connor. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Tanner Connor, 53 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's it, right.
Okay, right. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Go red.
Love from the gun. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far.
Got Christian Watson
down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Play fake. Here's Love. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Claws red. Smash red. Slide blue.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. That's going to be knocked away. And
come on, big dog. Come on, big dog.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands.
I like the coverage. Don't do something for me, though.
And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Huh? You heard me?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Corral. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing your kid in. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is
Can I get you 100 yards and beat you?
tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there.
What's he think, y'all?
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
Cuba.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
If I can get him 100 yards, I put in a rookie.
They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Trying to fit it into Moore.
Oh, that's bullshit. But, okay. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
They're going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Love. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Love. And this one is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Returnable here from the 38. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
What we doing, baby? What we doing, baby?
On 2nd down, here's Corral. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And they're able to work this to the 25
hey, Nick,
before it's all said and done.
Nigga, you see the shift that Connor just made. It's a Madden day for sure.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
He caught it in between 2 people, held it in one hand, used somebody's shoulder as like a get off.
That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Off play action. Here's Corral. Able to complete this to Chenault. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Yeah,
First
Madden
catch of the new
outside for
season
that
for him,
hang
and he picks up the first. They'll run here with Hubbard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
She's a neither nor.
Maxine.
Oh. What the hell, dude? It's not ready. Oh.
Chicken's raw. Nadia, this is crazy.
It's entropy, Alan, right? Entropy. It's what gives us linear time, irreversible processing.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes if this is an important possession, possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in the league
like the running back
come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time.
Yeah, that's kind of not really. What? Nah, he ain't doing
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Yeah, they really need to get something going today. They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Okay, ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
18, Pioneer.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders.
Here we go.
But it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Huntley to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Fakes a handoff here, Corral. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Three.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Warriors 17. Ready.
Here's Huntley. He finds Watson complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
To throw, Huntley. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns now with his second sack here on opening night.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley. He's got a man. Complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Go.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Corral. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina.
Well, Jeff gonna show face, or you playing somewhere else? They're waiting on Mark.
35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive in a relatively quick manner. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Ready.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now. Because it's a two-possession game, they've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Cardinal, 18, trap 60, trap 60.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this throw will be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
To try again after the sack. Corral, he's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run the option left, and he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Come on, come on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Huntley throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The gain of 5 that time. There's a conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Off the option, it's Jones. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 Lions.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Oh.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. It's Chenot. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Oh, my fault. I should have protected him. Instead, I pushed him through the fight out of life and then took him.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out.
Please accept my resignation. Stop. I'm going back to the only place I've ever been happy.